Hello and happy Monday, everyone. I am Meredith and I am here with our message for the 5th of December, 2022. We're using the This Might Hurt Tarot for our message today. The sun's in Sagittarius and the moon is in Taurus. We are coming up on a full moon in Gemini. That'll be happening on the 8th of December, so a little later this week. And we're tuning into the energy atmosphere, of course. We had a bit of an interesting shuffle this morning. I love when the cards do this. They spill out a bunch all at once, which means that the tarot has a tale to tell. So what's going on in the energy atmosphere? Our first that came out in a bunch of 5, we have the Strength card. We're going to need it, apparently. We're going to need our strength and our courage while we vulnerably face the moon. Oh, nice. That's really nice, because we do have a full moon, as I just mentioned, coming a little later this week. And I feel like with these two together, that whatever the moon is illuminating, and this card feels for me as if there is an awareness. We become aware of something that's surfacing, making its presence known. It's coming up, rising up out of our own depths. And we have the 8 of Cups, which is going to encourage us to move in a direction of, wow, look at the major arcana here in these first 5. The World. We're taking a look at fulfillment. And then the Hanged Man. Interesting set of cards. You know what I'm feeling here? Are you one of those folks who gets super enthusiastic, has really inspired ideas, and you share them and you're so fired up about them and then you don't take action on them? That's what I'm feeling here. I'm feeling a message of following through on what inspires us. And perhaps the reason at times we don't follow through has everything to do with that Strength card. So let's visit that card for a moment. The heart of the Strength card is the inspiration that came out of the ether and motivated us to take action and move in whatever direction we were inspired to move in. So I see that we've got 2 8s here. We have the 8 of Cups with number 8, the Strength card. So we've got motivation, we've got enthusiasm, and we have momentum to bring a greater sense of fulfillment to our own foundation, because we've come full circle, World card, with some idea, some inspiration that might date back a ways for us. We may have been inspired by our own unique thing many times over and perhaps did not take all the actions required. Maybe we've done something in a creative process in pieces and parts that we have not necessarily fully given our commitment to it. And I sense that we're interested in bringing our unique and inspired ideas into fulfillment because they pay rewards forward. Now, the language here I'm using is quite specific, because we tend to be critical of ourselves for not following through or putting something on a back burner or shelving it. And I feel encouraged personally, and I feel encouragement coming from the guides, the angels, the divine, reminding us all that everything has its season. Everything has its own divine timing. And when we go with the flow and we stay in allowing, things come together beautifully, by a divine hand even. How often have we seen that divine hand bring us the Ace of Cups, or any one of the aces for that matter, a divine and cosmic gift? So wherever you are in an inspired celebration, of your ideas and creations, know that you are in perfect alignment with them and you're moving in a direction of fulfillment. Now, I want to put a little more emphasis on moving in the direction of fulfillment, because the eight of cups is a rather significant eight. I contemplate cards that come before or after. So in the suit of cups, we have the 7 of cups, which means we have a lot of option, we have a lot of opportunity. And a while back, perhaps in the spring, maybe even early summer, we were seeing quite a bit of the 7 of cups or cards like it. And the feeling that was coming out of the cards at the time was that we had so many opportunities. We really did feel spoiled for choice, and we may have become somewhat temporarily paralyzed in how do I choose, because all of these options look and feel good to me. And the message that ultimately came from that was just choose the one you are most heart space guided to. Heart space guided, there's the 8, there's the strength card. And the other opportunities will revisit you. They'll come back around. Just give your attention to what is held most dear in your heart space. So I feel we're at a point where we've been inspired numerous times, taken action numerous times, though have not necessarily come to fulfillment with what we've given our energy and attention to, and we've perhaps even backburnered a few things. And take that where it's relevant in your life. It doesn't have to be a creative project. It may be a handful of conversations that you've had with someone that haven't necessarily led anywhere until now. It may be a new career for you, and perhaps you've been building the foundation for what people refer to as their side hustle. And you've been building it for a while, and now it's ready. It's ready for more, whatever that next step is in heart space. So what I'm sensing off the moon here is something is rising to the surface, and it's going to take some courage, and it's going to take some motivation, perhaps, for us to dig deep into that, the essence of inspiration that came to us at the very beginning. And it may have been the process of shelving this on more than one occasion that's put us at a point of, oh wow, I'm ready for fulfillment here. I'm ready to take this across whatever the next line is for myself. All right. So coming back again, let me revisit this 8 of cups. As I mentioned, I consider the cards that come before and the cards that come after. So what does the 8 of cups walk onto but the 9 of cups, which is a dream come true, a wish fulfilled? And that's being represented beautifully and more significantly by the World card. And then we have the Hanged Man, a pause in the action. So what this says to me is we're not necessarily being impetuous. We may want to, we may have all that enthusiasm I spoke of earlier on, where we get really excited by an idea, we take an action, and then poof. It's like all the energy drains out of it and we do nothing with it. And then we may have some critical self-talk going on in our inner dialogue. And what I feel here is that the cards are pointing out that this really is about acting on the energy atmosphere in the season that we're in. There is a divine perfect alignment for all things, a season for all things. And I feel that's the enlightenment that's coming off the Hanged Man. So that's where the impetuousness dissolves. So we've been inspired, we've taken action, we've been enthusiastic, we've seen all the energy drain out of it, and then we've seen it all filter back, come back in, and we've taken more action on it. And the Hanged Man here is hanging in a portal. So I really do feel like we're going to take something through the next doorway of opportunity, and that may be opening in the energy atmosphere for us today. I also feel like something has gathered a lot of strength and momentum. And it could be our inspiration. I feel the essence of the Queen of Wands here, because there are some of us who've kept quiet and perhaps have not felt inspired to bring something we'd like to say on our heart space out into the open. And I feel that is just as relevant as whatever we've been contributing to our career, or how we are of service, or how we are in connection with our self-sovereignty, self-relationship, or other relationships. Next in the shuffle. Well, looky there. There's the Page of Wands. There's the impetuous one. And the enthusiastic one. And this is a reminder to us that we have all the skill, all the talent, all the motivation necessary to bring whatever we've got on our heart and our mind, in heart-mind coherence, into this reality. And it may take some fresh perspective, Page of Wands, though what I sense here too is the impetuous enthusiasm that can come off of the pages because they're inexperienced and they're just like, yeah, go now, right? I feel like some of that has worn away into self-mastery. So while this energy in the Page of Wands and the Strength card remains at the heart of whatever your inspiration is, you have the awareness of what it takes to bring something to fulfillment. And I feel like that's what the moon is shining a light on for us. Next two cards. Oh my gosh, look at this. What did I say? Divine hand? There's the Ace of Pentacles. And this card has been with us for several days in recent readings. So it's a beautiful card to get. And look, we have another portal here. This could be the Hanged Man hanging right there. I feel like we're coming down off that perch. And we've gained the kind of enlightenment that is required to bring ourselves through whatever portal we're about to cross. So take this where it's most relevant to you. We are bringing something to fulfillment that pays reward forward and for an indefinite period of time. Coming with this ace is the King of Swords. Oh my gosh. I literally hear, please take no offense on this one, slow your roll. That's what the self-mastery has been about. Slow your roll. Use the energy wisely. And, you know, the reason I'm saying that is because someone could potentially take offense to the wheelchair on this card. And they may feel somewhat limited and it could engage someone's ego. So that's why I'm putting it out there. The King of Swords would absolutely slow his roll because he's got loads of experience in overseeing his kingdom, his energy environment, his sphere of influence. He knows what it is to rush onto the scene impetuously and have the whole inspired, enthusiastic idea just blow up in his face. He recognizes that every step we take can be taken with discernment, not necessarily delay or limitation or even procrastination. He understands that a steady, regular influx of or contribution of our energy to our inspired ideas is what is required to keep it all alive. And I also feel that this is what's rising off the Moon card as well. We have an awareness of our enduring spirit and our ability to yield to the seasons of energies in our vast experience, which allows us to be discerning about what's being handed to us here off that Ace of Coins. Beautiful. So if you need to slow your roll a bit, just do that. You're watching the Hanged Man do it. Pause for a moment. Pause in the portal, if you will. Look back, 8 of Cups. Look forward, 8 of Cups. See where you've come, see where you're going. Keep it all in your heart space. And let's see how the universe is supporting this dynamic energy flow off the bottom of the deck. Okay, 2 aces. Divine hand That's overflow of love, bliss, joy, and happiness. This is the initial energy found at the heart of the Strength card, our first card in the reading. So again, as I mentioned, with the World card sitting next to the Eight of Cups, and that being a message all about walking toward fulfillment, you then have the Ace of Cups, overflowing love, bliss, joy, and happiness. This is the universe saying, I will meet you there. How beautiful is that? This comes with another one of my favorites, and that's the High Priestess. This is the eternal message that we get out of these card readings of listening to our inner oracle, listening to our intuition, taking action on, following through with our intuition. Holy moly, you're not even going to believe it. We have another ace, Ace of Swords, brilliant clarity, everlasting strength. So we're in a season of brilliant clarity. This combines beautifully with the King of Swords as well. This means that we've got some decisions to make and we'll have no trouble making them because of our experience, because of the amount of maturity, self-development, and seasoning we have undergone. Then we have the Emperor. Fantastic. We have the High Priestess and the Emperor and the King of Swords and the World and the Strength card, let alone the beautiful aces. We've got 3 of them in the reading: the Ace of Coins, Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords. We have a divine contribution to what we hold in heart space, and we can take action on all of it like an emperor, directly, with fire, with passion. No way. Next card off the bottom of the deck. So now all 4 aces are in the reading. Here's the Ace of Wands. That's the fire, that's the passion, that's the enthusiasm, the skill, the talent, the motivation, all right there. So this is the universe handing us more. As I said earlier, I'll meet you there. That's the message of the universe in the reading. I'll meet you there. Go at whatever pace feels right and natural to you. I feel that's another message that's coming off the King of Swords. Be discerning, also King of Swords. And stick to what is brilliantly clear. Sometimes what rises out of the Moon's card is a little bit vague, sometimes ambiguous, and a challenge to witness and or discover the depths of the message that rises out of the Moon card. With the presence of the High Priestess and all of these aces, our intuition is brilliantly clear. Next, last, another major arcana, the Magician, and how perfect a card to bring this portion of the message to a close, because as above, so below. Heaven touches earth within our heart space. Because of our inspired ideas, we know exactly what actions, intuitive actions at that, to take that will bring us the greatest reward, the world fulfillment, bringing something to the fulfillment of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. How lovely is that? Let's do angel answers. Ask these cards a question. If you have one, let them confirm something for you. We have Be Assertive popping out of the deck. I am so delighted that we continue to see the Don't Stop, Be Assertive, Take Action cards. It's great encouragement for us. Next. You know, this is, to me, the Be Assertive is very connected to the Moon and the High Priestess in the reading, as well as the aces, because we're aligned with synchronicity here. We've got all 4 aces on the table. That's tremendous divine, spiritual support, synchronicity. That's what I'm sensing. We will quite naturally allow ourselves to be carried by the wave of synchronicity as we are deeply tuned to our intuitive gifts and the ways they present. We're just naturally going to be assertive with taking action on whatever comes before us today or in this present energy atmosphere. It's not limited to just today. Let's see what's next for us. Ooh. I lost that one. Okay. You know, this is the second time we've seen this card in a week. We've got unlikely. What that says to me is we are not likely to stop whatever's rolling through right now. We may be encouraged to slow our roll a bit so that we savor, so that we enjoy and cherish the blessings on offer to us out of these gorgeous cards. It's unlikely that we're going to miss whatever target we are aiming ourselves at. Whatever we're leaning into, giving life to, giving heart space focused energy to. Next. The situation will improve. This is for those of you who do not have tangible evidence that things are actually working for your highest and greatest outcome. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, and everything off the bottom of the deck is what goes on behind the scenes and more. And that's loaded with aces and an emperor and magician and the high priestess. That's powerful energy. So lean into your faith in your self relationship. Because there is an abundance of opportunity here for each and every one of us to bring our highest and greatest outcome into a reality. All right, what are we doing next? We are going to take a look at the Gateway Oracle cards. Why not? We have a portal on the Ace of Coins. We have a portal on the Hanged Man. So how are we moving through these doorways of opportunity? We have exceeding expectations. I soar into excellence. You know what I'm noticing? Look at the posture of this character on the Oracle card. Look at the Magician. Where is he? Look at the Emperor. That's bold body posture, isn't it? So thinking in terms of body language, stand strong within your soulful presence today. Be the channel of your soulful presence. Know that you are that broadcast, that your physical reality is a broadcast of your soulful presence. And look at this dynamic energy here. It's really gorgeous. So greet the day in this way and see where it takes you, and leave some comments about it, please. We'd all love to hear about it. Have a beautiful Monday, everyone. Peace, love, joy, happiness. Namaste, angels.